All right. So I am playing around with local LLMs. I'm running them. I want to run everything on my workstation here, and I want to be able to hook up my house, my calendar, my email, as well as other things in my life, and automate away some of the toil, some of the daily things I check, and have sort of an assistant that I can talk to that that greets me when I get home, asks me how my day was, and then I can have a conversation, take care of business through a chat, and then have it basically take care of things for me. I've been playing around with some ones that I tried out. There are a lot of apps out there that do this kind of thing, but I'm really interested in setting it up myself because of all the apps I've tried, none of them really have everything I want. They'll have one or two things. Like some of them use their own calendar. They don't use my calendar. A lot of them don't have email integration. And then I don't feel comfortable integrating my email with a third party service, even if they say they're secure. I would rather have a lot of control of that. And so one of the cool things I can do is actually set up like a voice or a video agent on top of this eventually, but and I can have the LLM running locally, and that's where the access is given from my local machine. So I control, and I'm not sending this off to any um, big AI company like OpenAI, where I'm accidentally sending like information from my calendar. And I can set up rules locally that only send the audio and the video to this chatbot, which basically protects a lot of my information in some way or another. And I can tell it not to send things that are super sensitive. Um, so all of the meat of this is running locally. So what I've done here is set up an N8N workflow and connected it to an OpenAI style chat interface, which is hitting a local server, hitting this workstation here, and making chat completion requests. Now that workstation is set up with MiniMax M2. It's a 3-bit quantized version. The reason I tried MiniMax is that I've tried everything else. I've tried every single model that has function or tool calling on Olama, and none of them consistently work. And so I really want to try Kimi K2, and I want to try MiniMax M2 because I've heard really good things about both those models when it comes to agentic workflows. And so far, MiniMax M2 has not disappointed. It seems to consistently check my calendar. When I ask it to create an appointment, it consistently does that. And so I'm going to do like a live demo here where I ask it to check my calendar for tomorrow. What's on my calendar for tomorrow? And you can see here it's working. It does a call to my calendar to get the events, and then it spits back here what's actually on my calendar. No hallucinations. It ran incredibly fast. It's pretty impressive. And you can see here that this is the model running on my machine, and you can see like how much GPU it's using. So in this machine, I have a RTX 6000 Pro and an RTX 6000 Ada, and it's using memory-wise 75% of each one of those. And you can see it's fairly fast. Right here, it used some compute there for a moment to make those couple of requests, tool call, and to formulate a response to me in with my calendar information. I just think this is really cool. I found these models quantized on Hugging Face. This is the cool thing about running. So I'm running Llama CPP because that's very high performance. You can run multiple concurrent requests with Llama CPP using the same model, and it will parallelize throughput. But also, Llama CPP allows you to run any model that you can find on Hugging Face. And so I found these great quantized models that come in everything from Q1 all the way up to full floating point 16, non-quantized. And you can choose whichever one will fit into your GPU memory. And sure enough, I quantized to 3 bits, worked on my machine, and fits in my GPUs pretty well. and it's working quite well actually. It's I'm not getting hallucinations. I'm not getting any issues with tool calling. It's working amazingly. So that's really cool. So I will share more, but this is exciting for me because I just got this working today. And I'm going to try to set up some workflows that do things like check my calendar periodically, check my kids' calendars for their school, and look for any upcoming events. Check the emails that come from my kids' school to read them and actually give me a heads up and maybe even send me a text message whenever an event is coming up. I want it to check my work calendar to find whether or not like I have important events coming up. And then I'd also like to just set it up for some other things that I'm interested in keeping track of, like fishing schedules or camping availability, campsite availability, things like that. I think it'll be really neat just to have these automations kind of running and doing work for me. It's an experiment at this point, but if it works, it could be really cool. So yeah, I look forward to hearing more from you on that. And thanks for watching. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments and I'll try to answer them. All right. See you next time.